In figure, OD is a bisector of angle AOC and OE is a bisector of angle BOC, and OD is perpendicular to, where is it? Okay, OD is perpendicular to OE. Show that point AOB are collinear. What does collinear mean? Forget about what and all is given. First, we'll figure out what is collinear mean. You need to understand that. So let me begin with writing given OD, comma OE are bisectors of angle AOC, and this is bisectors of angle BOC. Then we have what else? Then we have OD or DO is perpendicular to OE. Guys, what can we infer from this? What does perpendicular mean? That is DOE is equal to 90 degree. This infers angle DOE is equal to 90 degree. Okay, or EOD, whatever you guys want to call it as, is equal to 90 degree. So what is that we have to prove? So we have to prove A, O and B are collinear. My question to you guys is, what is collinear? Collinear. Collinear. I'm spelling it in a weird way, but what does it mean? Linear means what? You can see the word line over there. Can you see that? We have the word line over here. So what do you think it's relating to? Co means with respect to each other, right? They are on the same straight line, that is. Okay. So basically it means that AOB are on a straight line. On the same straight line actually. On the same straight line. It's not a definition, but yeah, this is the basic idea of collinear. AOB are on the same straight line. That is, using a single line, straight line, we can join all of them. Basically, it's that. We have to prove that. What? Indirectly, we have to prove what? Think about it. This is very important. What theorem we have to make use of from here? It's quite simple. Think about it. It's not at all hard. Yes, we have to make use of angles on a straight line. Okay, guys. That is, we have to make use all of this information to prove that AOB. So indirectly, we have to prove angle AOB is equal to 180 degree. That's it. Okay. So very first thing is, you guys need to understand what is that we need to prove. Without that, you can't move forward. Right? So let me give you guys a hint regarding bisectors. Right? I'll pause it and I'll give you guys, you guys have to pause it and take yourself some time to prove this. This is a good question. I put it as level 2 plus. It's a good question actually. So it's a difficult question. So what I want you guys to do is, first of all, understand what is a bisector mean. What does this statement mean? OD being a bisector of angle AOC. What does it mean? I want you guys to think about it. I'll give you guys a clue. It has to do with this sheet. This sheet will help you guys figure that out. So we're talking about bisector of angles. Angle bisector. So what do? A line that splits an angle into two equal angles, two equal halves, into two equal angles, right? What does it mean? OD is dividing AOC into two equal parts. So how will we begin the proof? Let me show you guys this. Let me call angle AOC as 2x and angle COD as 2y. Okay, and by the way, this is 90 degree, so let us mention that also. So this is 2x and this is 2y. Agree? Now we start our proof with that. Since OD is bisecting AOC, as OD is bisecting angle AOC, what can we tell? Angle DOC will be half of AOC. So we can write it as 2x by 2, that is x. So basically we are telling this particular angle is x. Okay. And next is similarly, not AO, as OE is bisecting angle COB, what can we tell? Angle COE is equal to half of angle COB. So that is nothing but y. Agree? Because we're calling this entire angle as 2y. So this will be y. Now, we have been given that angle DOE is equal to 180 degree. Right? As angle DOE is equal to not 180 degree, sorry, 90 degree. But it's made up of what? DOE is made up of x plus y. Therefore, x plus y is equal to 90 degree. Reason? Because DOE is made up of angle DOC plus angle COE. Agree? DOE is made up of DOC and COE. Is it not? So basically we proved that x plus y is equal to 90 degree. How can we make use of this now? You guys have to figure out this. How can I make use of all of this working? I'm just a step away from proving that AOB is 180 degree. Okay, done? Thought about it? It's quite simple. So we have angle AOB made up of two angles, AOC, I think, right? AOC and COB, is it not? Agree? It's made up of this particular angle and this particular angle, AOC and COB. So COB. AOC we already call it as 2x, so let's substitute 2x, and this is 2y. So what is common between these two terms? 2 is common, and what is left out? X plus y. But what is x plus y from equation 1? So when we substitute 1, we have 2 into 90 degree, which is 180 degree, right? This implies AOB is a straight line, and thus A comma O and B blah 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 blah. You guys know what to write. Agree? And we can write the reasoning. Angles on a straight line add up to 180 degree. That is your reasoning. Understood? So we have to write everything. It's not just, just telling the answer and hence proved and all that. We have to give the reasoning also, the theory or concept that you have used. We have to make that clear. Okay guys, so see here, one thing which I have done is I made use of variables, right, like 2x and 2y. It makes the concept and understanding very clear. If not, AOD and DOC and we have to go back and forth to the diagram. So make use of this. This is what I want you guys to learn. Whenever you get any geometry related questions similar to this, we are dealing with angles, make use of variables. Okay, and yes, there are quite a few concepts that have been used over here. All of that is there in your list, right? Concept map. I've listed all of them. Triangles, everything is interconnected. The math basics, triangle basics and triangle concept as a whole, and lines and angles, everything is interconnected. So things will go back and forth. You guys have to learn all of them. Bisector as an idea is a general idea. It's not only related to triangles, but yeah, I put it in triangles because we're going to make use of there and here and all of that, everywhere basically. I'll see. I think I'll change it to adding over here as well. But yeah, please see to that you make use of variables in such questions. That's one thing that I would feel it will help you guys a lot, especially with proving problems. Okay, so you can pause and have a look at the answer.